Good morning to one and all. Today I'm going to explain a static keyword. So I'll make it as in statics. My class name is statics. I'll create finish. Okay, now can anyone say what do you mean by static? Can anyone say what do you mean by static? Static in the sense it is only one copy of data. Only one copy of data. How many times if you execute the static data, it will be of only one copy. It won't create multiple copies like a local variables. Like in the class instance variables, if you create int ABC, the same if you create in the local variable somewhere. So they will, you're going to get a different memories. To avoid that, we are going to make use of static. Static is only one copy of data. And for what reason we are using this in the sense? For what reason you are using this in the sense? For memory management. For memory management, we are going to make use of static. Understood? Static in the sense it is only one copy of data. For what reason we are going to make use of the static keyword in the sense for using, we are going to use for your memory management. Okay. Now you might have a doubt that where and where we can apply your static keyword. Okay, where and where you can apply this static keyword. We can apply your static keyword to a variable, okay, for methods and blocks and your nested classes. Okay, for these four parts, we can apply your static keyword. We can apply your static keyword for your variables, methods, blocks, and nested classes. Okay, now how to apply a static keyword? Do anyone have an idea how to apply your static keyword?
So the keyword static, sir.
Yes, we have to apply a keyword called static. Okay. First, I'll compare with the normal without using static. Then I'll make use of static and I'll show what is the difference between your static keyword with the same program. Okay. First, what I'll do, I'll create int count is equal to 0. Okay, later what I'll do, I'll create one class, which is, sorry, one constructor, which is of statics, like public statics, open and close parenthesis. Here I'm going to use my count plus plus. In the sense when every time I call the static classes, this count has to be get increment. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll print my system dot out dot println count value. Just I'm going to print a count value. That's it. You can make sure that here I have not used a static variable. It is just a normal variable, count variable. Now what I'll do, I'll create a tester statics class. New class tester statics. I'm going to include a main method finish. Now, here what I'm going to do, I'm going to create n number of objects. N number of objects of your statics class. So I'll create statics S1 is equal to new statics, open and close parenthesis. That's it. The same way what I'll do, I'll create another 2 to 3 objects. I'll change it S1, S2, S3. Now, can anyone say me, if I run this code, what will be your output? If I run this code, what will be your output? Do anyone have an idea? Yes.
So code within this constructor will be executed.
Yes. Yes, can you repeat it?
So the code within default constructor will be executed.
Okay. See, now I'm running this code. Your, as of my knowledge, the output will be 1. See, 1, 1, 1. Do anyone have an idea why we got it this 1, 1, 1? See, why we got this output 1, 1 in the sense, assume that this is your memory. In that you have one variable which is called as count. Okay, when I say that S1 is equal to new statics, what it will go? It will create an object of that statics class. It will enter into the statics class. Okay, it will create a count variable and it stores 1. This is this count variable which is for your S1. Now when I call S2, what it happens? It create another one object. Okay, again there you're going to have a see where S1, it creates another one object which is of count, and we are going to have one variable. Again, when I call S2, it creates one more object which call count and one more variable. Again, S3 we call, I'll create one more object, one more count variable, and it stores. When I execute S1, first time it is count is equal to 0. When I execute constructor, count plus plus 0 plus plus 0 plus this calls to 1. So 0 plus 1 is 1, and it's applied for your count variable. The same thing it happens for your S2 and the same thing which happens for your S3. Is it clear for everyone why we got it output 1, 1, 1? Is it clear? Yes, is it clear for everyone? Yes, is it clear? See, when I call statics S1, it creates one object. S2, it creates one object. S3, one more object. In all three objects, you're going to have count variable. So at that time, count is equal to 1 only. Okay. But when I make it as in static, here, the memory allocation for your count will be 1, and make sure that this will be class variable. Okay, suppose once you executed this statics class, one memory is allocated for that. So count, this is your allocation for your count variable. When I make use of S1 is equal to new statics class, at that time what it happens, this will refers to the same count variable. When I refers S2 is equal to new statics, it refers to the same class. S3 is equal to new statics, it refers to your same class, I mean same class count variable. When you make it as a static, the static count variable will be referred to your class variable. When class, it is only one copy. Wherever you go, it will be one copy. So when first time this executes, count is equal to 0. Later I have done count plus plus. 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. So it will be updated as 1. Next time, S2 it will be moving, where S2 is equal to new statistics. It will jump into your memory. Now already we have count variable as 1. Wait, 1 plus plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. 2 will be incremented. Next, S3 will be executing and it will be referred to your same count variable. So now can anyone say me what is your count value? Can anyone say me what is your count value? Yes, can anyone say me what is your count value?
3, sir.
No, currently, I'm not asking after execution of S3. Current right now, what is your count value? Before executing your S3?
2.
2. Okay, now plus plus I have. 2 plus, this refers to 1. 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. After executing your S3, your value will be 3. Okay. Now I have saved the code. Now I'll go for tester statics class and I'll run the code. Can anyone say me what will be your output? Can anyone say me what will be your output? Yes. Your output will be 1, 2, 3. As I've explained in this part, where count will be only one copy, all the objects of the same class will be referred to the only single memory. There it will be go on updating the value. That's it. Is it clear for everyone? Do anyone have a doubts in the static keyword? Is it clear for everyone? Say yes or no. Hope everyone have understood. And next, stating that if we want to access normal variable of class, we are going to access with your object. Like example, you think you don't have a static keyword for this. Now, if I want to access this count value or count variable in your tester statics, do anyone have an idea how to access the variables? The variables which are present in the another class, if you want to access that variable to the another class, how we are going to access? We can access through your object reference variable. So I have created an object here. Object creation is done. So using this through object reference variable S1, I can access the variables which are present in the another class. So it is not a static member now, count variable. So I can access S1 dot. You can check it out here. Count, automatically you're going to get statistics class, which is of int data type, S1 dot count. That's it, give semicolon. You can do like this. Okay, but if it is in static, what you can do? How to access the variables? How to access the variables? Milan. Yes, how to access the variables? We can access the static variables through the class name, like system dot out dot, or else I'll create it int c is equal to statistics dot count and give semicolon. That's it. We, wherever we have applied a static, we can call that variable with using static keyword, using your static keyword dot count, using your variable. So whatever the value which you have extracted from the statics, that value will be stored it in the C, and you can print it directly. System dot out dot println and C value and give semicolon. Now you can run it. Now you're going to get 1, 2, 3 and 3. This is your final count value. Is it clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Say yes or no. See, even if you have a minor doubt also, you can ask me. I'm here to explain for you people. Yes, what about the others? Everyone have understood how to make use of static variable, how to declare the static variable, how the changes are going to be applied internally. Hope everyone have understood. So I'm moving to the next level. How to apply static static keyword to the methods. Just now I'm moving to the next level. How to apply a static keyword to the methods. So now what I'll do, I'll create another one class, which is known as static method. I'll finish it now. That's it. Just I'll create public class static method. Now what I'll do here, I'll create one method which is known as cube, static keyword, or you can make use of public static int cube. Here what I'll do for cube, I'll pass one parameter. Now I'll return x into x into x. That's it. This is the only method where I'm going to declare in the static method. In the sense, for whole static class, this will be a unique, this will be kept it as a static method, where we can have only single copy of this method for whole class. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll create a one tester class for your static method. New class static tester static method. Okay, tester static method. Now here, do anyone have an idea how to extract the static methods? Or normally we can create an object and we can extract it. Students, I'm asking for you people. I need an answer from everyone. How to access methods which are present in the another class? Harshita, Kaushik, Monica, Navya,
So class name.
class name. Next what? Suman,
Reference variable.
okay. Ashes, Nimala Girish,
Yes.
how to access a method which are present in the another class? See, normally if it is not a static method, we used to access by creating an object. Okay, if it is a normal method, we are going to create first object. Using that object reference variable, we are going to extract methods. Like example, static method s is equal to new static method. Okay, yes dot. We are going to create a cube. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
We are going to do like this. Is it clear? But if it is a static method, we should not do like this. Directly we can access with the class name dot method name. We can access static method with class name dot method name. That's it. That's it. We can do like this. Now, can anyone say me how to access the method cube here? How to access static method?
Static
How to,
method dot cubes.
yes, static method dot cube. Okay, here I'll pass 5. We have to pass it as a parameter. One parameter we have it as, so I'll pass 5. Now, why I'm getting an error in the sense, it is your returning a variable. Okay, here you can check it out. It is returning, so we have to store it some way. Static. Okay, static method. Now it is storing int c is equal to whatever it works, it will be stored in the variable called c. Now what I'll do, system dot out dot println. Now c, sorry, cube is equal to plus c. That's it. Now you can execute the code. You are going to get the value as, what happened? Okay, I have not given semicolon here. So cube is equal to 125. 5 into 5, 25, 25 into 5 is 125. Okay, now what it happens here? I'll come back to the explanation here. What it happens when I execute static method dot cube, and if I pass parameter like this, what it happens internally, in the sense directly it will go to this particular class name. Okay, particular class name. Internally it will be a one class. It will search, there it is, this class. If the class successfully has identified that, so it will enter into this particular class. Somewhere you think we have it here, we have a function called cube. It will enter into this particular, it will search where is my cube value, where is my, cube method. Once it finds a cube method, it will enter into this particular cube method. It starts working. Once it finish, it will, if it is in return, while coming here, it will come up with a one value. It will be coming like this. It will come up with the one value and it will be printing on the console directly. If suppose if you are not done, it will, if you are using and storing into your one variable, then it will pick up here and it will store it in the variable where you have declared a method. Is it clear for everyone? Yes, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, what about the others? Suman? Okay, fine. This is about your static variable and static method. This is about your static variable and static method. Now what I'm going to explain for you, in the sense, I have clearly mentioned earlier, it was static block also. Static block. Now you might have a doubt, what do you mean by a static block? It is nothing different. It is just a block with opening and close parenthesis by naming static keyword. Static, open and close parenthesis. If you want, you can write it. System.out.println. Okay, I'm in static block. Now, can anyone say me what is the execution method way? First, it will, whether it will execute static, cube or static block. My question is whether it executes cube or static block.
Static, sir.
Whether it is in block or cube method, I'm asking.
Block, sir.
Block. Okay. Save it. Go to the tester class. The answer is block will be executed first. Okay. Now example, this is your static block. Normally we have one block, which is nothing but when writing opening and closing parenthesis. For that, we are going to call it as a block. Just it is in block. Okay, I'll write it. System.out.println. You can say I'm in block. That's it. Do anyone have an idea what is the way of execution here?
So first the static block will be executed, sir, and then the public static int cube, and only when we create the object, then the block will be executed.
Okay. Is it clear what your friend have said? Okay, now what I'll do, what your friend has said, the same way I'll do. Static method, S1 is equal to new static method. Open and close parenthesis, all done. Now what is your execution way?
So first the static block will be executed, and then
Yes.
the public static void means so the cube one will be executed.
Okay. Is it clear? Actually, she missed it. No problem. She said it's a correct answer. First, static block will be get executed. Later, normal blocks will be get executed. Later, methods are going to be get executed, which you are called specifically. Okay. Now, what I'll do? I'll remove this. Okay. Now, what I'll do here in the static method, I'll create public static method. Can anyone say what do you mean by this? What is this function name? Yes. Do anyone have an idea? If you don't have any return type, if you have only access specifier and class name, what we are going to call it as this method?
Constructor.
Sir.
Constructor. Constructor we are going to call. Okay. Now I am in constructor. Now do anyone have an idea what is your execution way? First, what it will be going to get executed. Later, one by one you can say me.
Static block, sir.
First, static block. See, there are 4 methods here. Okay, one is block, one is static block, another one is constructor, another one is one method. There are 4 components we have, we can say. First, what is your executional way? Whether it will execute constructor, static block, block and method, or block, static constructor and method. How?
Sir, first the static block will be executed, sir.
Okay.
At the time of object creation, that block and the constructor will be executed. After
Exactly.
that,
Exactly. Okay. See, first static block is going to be get executed before calling of your creating of your object itself. Static blocks are going to be get executed. Later blocks are going to be get executed first at the time of object creation. Once the object is created, constructors are going to be get executed. Later cubes are going to be get executed. Is it clear for everyone how the executional way is moving? Is it clear for everyone?
Sir, at the time of object creation, first block is executed or constructor?
First block, normal block. After object creation only, constructor can be invoked.
That's what, sir. After object creation, only even block is also invoked, no, sir.
After?
Only when we create an object, then only that block is also executed, no, sir.
So yes, both the time. But first preference will be given for the block. Later it will be given it as for constructor. Okay, your doubt, I got it. First, what you are saying, the constructor is here. Okay. Okay. See, at the time of object creation, what it will be happen? Block and constructor will be. But when we are giving up object creation level, first preference will be given for the block. Later preference will be given for your constructor. Preference wise, I am checking here. Understood what I have said?
Yes, sir.
See, suppose example, if you have a higher priority, or when you have a priority for both the things, first which one should go? There will be an clearly specified, which there are some parameters for that. So the same way here, the priority is given for constructor as well as for block. But before constructor executing, there are some priorities given for block. Later, we are giving for the constructor. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do anyone have an idea? Sorry. Yes. Still anyone who have a doubts regarding the static keyword, static variable, static method, static block, normal block? Yes, still do anyone have an doubt? Okay, hope everyone have understood. Thank you.